Hi there, Taurus. My name's Drew. This is Modern Tarot. This is your mid-month May reading. All right, so the 15th to the 31st. Those of you that are new here, welcome. Those of you returning, welcome back. So, Taurus, let's have a look what might go down for you or go up for you throughout the month of May. All right, the last couple of weeks. I hope you guys are doing well, by the way. I know that you were in very deep connections that went a little bit pear-shaped in the past, and, you know, it's been a bit of a struggle for you to get back to your beautiful, nurturing, sensual selves. There was a reading I just posted, actually. Check it out. It's about someone that was thinking about you. Let's see if that resonates. I might post it at the end of this video, Taurus. Let's have a look. So, Taurus. Okay, look at this. This is a great card, all right? Queen of Pentacles. Some of you might be really nurturing yourselves here, focused on your life, focused on money. The Queen of Pentacles is a beautiful energy, all right? And if I think of a Taurian, you know, the Queen of Pentacles is so apt for Taurian people. The center of this reading, okay, some of you might be in a period of waiting around, okay? So done all I can, you know, let's see what's coming back my way, all right? It's a great card, actually, the Seven of Pentacles. It really is about, I've done all I can do in a situation. I realize that I can only control what I control. The rest is up to other people. So it might be throughout the last couple of weeks of May for you, Taurus, it really is about you honoring yourself, how much you've given. And you know what? I deserve recompense. I'm just going to sit back and watch things happen for me. Okay, so life now is happening for me, not against me. Does that make sense? And it comes in the strangest form. It's by you putting yourself first, doing the hard work. You know, it's like manifestation. You know, we can try to sit there manifesting all day long, sitting on top of a mountain. Nothing's going to come. We've got to take action. So for you, Taurus, I think it really is, you know what, I've put work and effort in. Let's see what comes my way now, okay? Very Empress energy, by the way. The challenge for you, okay, it might be an ongoing thing here, and this is to let go. So this can be you sitting back and waiting and letting go of trying to control people, places, and things, okay? Easier said than done, I know, but that's a very spiritual way of being, isn't it, you know? And the reason, look at this, I can't make this shit up, can I? The reason why it's all happening, you are the magician, okay? So I think a card of yours previously was being the Empress. And by being the Empress, this is how we, and that's Empress energy, you know, putting in effort, and you know, you merit what you get back. So everything is measured. You don't overgive where you're needy. You just are, Taurus, throughout the last couple of weeks of May. And it's all happening because of the magician. You're manifesting. You might have learned the art of true manifestation, you know? In the recent past, all right, you stopped putting work into something, Taurus, whatever that might be, purely because, you know, if I look at this, we've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in the upright, okay? And so 8 and 7 is 15. In numerology, that's a 6. And a 6 is all about nurturance, okay? It's all about giving. And so I think really by you not over-giving is how you receive, and it's the true art of manifestation, you know? Take action. Watch what comes back. Okay, your focus, all right, Taurus, you are still letting go of what you consider to be a deep soul connection, okay? But I think in your previous readings, it was all about you were the more spiritually advanced person. You saw the depth. You know, you were much more grounded than the other person. They couldn't man or woman up. And your focus is, you know, is letting go of that. It's still residual, okay? So be patient with yourselves. It takes time. And, you know, sometimes these connections never really leave us. They're always there. But I think it's the art of, I think it's loving people from afar with the Seven of Pentacles there. It's like, you know, I know you're out there. I had a deep connection with you, but off you go, you know? I'm letting go. Certainly letting go of controlling of this situation. Speaking of control, what you don't see coming towards you is the Emperor. Some of you, the sign of Aries might be significant. This might be someone coming towards you. You don't see this coming, the Emperor. This could you be really taking control of your life, okay? I'm going to go deeper with this reading, Taurus, and find out what that is. Your energetic field, all right? Just watch how you speak to yourself. You know, get some decent rest, Taurus. You know, watch your anxiety levels, thinking too far into the future and all these kind of things. Throughout the last couple of weeks of May, 9 of Swords here, okay? Outside influences, Okay, a disappointment. Yes, you were disappointed. Honor that within you, because then it can dissipate. It's when we brush it under the carpet. Yeah, I'm fine. Everything is awesome. No, it's not. I'm disappointed. Once we can label it, and I think in the English language, there's 72 human emotions. There's only two feelings, all right? So good or bad are the feelings, 72 human emotions. So, if those of you that journal, a great exercise for you to do is to improve your emotional vocabulary. So instead of being disappointed by the Five of Pentacles, I feel dejected, I feel abandoned, I feel unloved. There's many human emotions. It's a chance for you to really get to know yourself and improve your emotional vocabulary. And the more we can improve our emotional vocabulary, we're actually labeling feelings, not so much feelings, sorry, that's wrong. We're actually labeling it. So we're peeling back the onion within our subconscious mind. And we go very deep, and this is how we heal. So, honor the fact that, yes, you've been disappointed, Taurus, okay? We've got to see the light to see the dark, and we've got to see the dark to see the light. It's duality of life, right? So, we need to experience disappointment to really not take things for granted. It's an important part of growth, okay? It's just when it keeps coming, it's a pain in the ass, right? Okay, in your fears, Taurus, this is secrets coming to light, the moon in reverse, okay? For some of you, it might be fearful to let go of the illusion, okay? With the moon in reverse here. So, we can walk around the world and we can have all this fantastical thinking and, and these kind of things. And sometimes when we've got to take that, because it's taken up so much of our thinking process or our thought process, we can feel naked without that. Does that make sense? Like some people, they never heal in life. They walk around with this feeling of abandonment. They've never done the healing on it. But without that sense of abandonment, they feel empty because they are attached to that feeling. Does that make sense? And so it's a fear of yours to let go of illusions. It's a fear of yours to get clarity. It's a fear of yours to let go of fantastical thinking, these kind of things, all right? It's a fear because, it's the end then, isn't it? All right? But it doesn't have to be, Taurus, all right? The outcome, all right, we've got the Five of Pentacles. This is a feeling of lack, so be patient with yourselves, Taurus. Sit with that, honor it, label it, We've got two fives in this reading, all right, which might be quite important, okay, which breaks down to a one. So some of you, you might be single, and you're sitting back waiting for life, to happen for you as opposed to against you. All right, so I'm going to clarify this reading now, and let's go a little bit deeper and just find out what's going down, Taurus. So why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Remember I said, sitting back, eating popcorn, waiting for the fruits of your labor, the fruits of your harvest. Why is that here? Okay, some of you are holding back and just waiting. You expect some kind of conflict. I don't know what this is about, Taurus. Are you kind of like expecting some kind of argument or fallout from something? It's a challenge to let go, all right? Four of Pentacles in reverse. What's that about? Yeah, it's a challenge to let go and slowly open up again from some disappointment. You might have been feeling a little bit apathetic, okay? The reason why it's all happening is the Magician, and this could be a person. All right. Just what you're thinking, Taurus, what you're manifesting here, okay? Sometimes we can manifest certain situations which aren't great for us by not thinking about them, managing our intuition with our logic. Do you understand what I mean? So it's like a balance of heart and mind. If we just follow the mind or we just follow the heart, sometimes we can just lead ourselves into something that makes us feel lack. So I'm just wondering whether this could be a person in your life, someone who's a bit of a magician, right? And it's not that super sinister, but they might have left you out in the cold, or you left them out in the cold, or you might have manifested this in your life, this feeling of lack. And sometimes we do that, or it happens to us in order for us to grow, to take us on a spiritual adventure. Okay, in the past, I don't want to focus on your past, Taurus. You stop putting work into something that may have been a bit disruptive in your life, caused a major tower moment. Um, there's a tower here clarifying the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So, this might have actually damaged someone's ego, by the way. I'm just saying that you stop putting work into something. Your focus is letting go of some kind of, yeah, look, your focus, now we've got the Magician in reverse here. Okay, your focus is Two of Cups in reverse. This was once what you thought was a beautiful spiritual connection. Okay, and then we've got the Magician in reverse here. It's a focus of yours. You might feel duped, Taurus. Okay, this feeling might consume you a little bit. That was somebody playing me the whole time? I felt this beautiful Two of Cups with them. All right. So this might be topical throughout this month. Okay. What you don't see coming towards you is the Emperor taking control over negative thinking, addictions, being addicted to people, places, and things, anything in excess. Being overwhelmed. These kind of things. But we've got the Emperor and the Devil. Okay. So sign of Capricorn, Aries. Okay. Might be predominant in somebody's chart, but what you don't see coming towards you is you might take control of your addictions. Just for some of you, somebody might be come across as the Emperor but be super controlling, the Devil. All right, with the Emperor together, not very nice. Okay, just watch out for that. You're a little bit, yeah, you're anxious. You're a little bit anxious. Okay, your energetic field about making wise choices in love, just making life choices. The lovers here is major choices, life choices. It gives you anxiety now, the choices in love, because some of you, you might have seen a beautiful Two of Cups here, something amazing, only to feel duped by it. So some of you might be doubting spiritual connections, these kind of things. All right, just watch that, Taurus. Okay. Outside influences, all right, you're disappointed and you want to let go of the past, okay, with the Six of Cups here, clarifying the Five of Pentacles. So, you want to free yourself from the emotional funk, Yeah, okay, and it's a fear of yours, getting clear, letting go of the illusions and getting very clear and going into your logic. It might have been quite a fantastical little journey you had going on with this very deep connection, Taurus, which now you feel duped in. All right, and it caused a bit of disruption in your life. And sometimes the most powerful connections we can have can be very disruptive, but they're there to teach us about our spiritual side, to teach us about balancing the heart and the mind, teaching us about duality, teaching us about masculine and feminine energies. There's so much depth to it. And the outcome is feeling lack, all right, and then the Ace of Cups in reverse. And so, Taurus, I think it really is just still a month of letting go. So be really patient with yourself. Healing takes time. Everybody works at different speeds. Don't be talking to yourself like that. I should be over this by now. You shouldn't be over it by now. It's over when it's over. It's not over till the fat lady sings, they say in the UK. You'll know when you're healed because there'll be no emotional trigger. You can talk about that situation with fondness, in equal measure as maybe a little bit of anger, but you're not emotionally triggered. That's how you know you've healed situations. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith, Taurus. Certainly faith in yourself. Okay, and you might not feel that flirty or these kind of things throughout the month of May. Okay, and that's understandable. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. You might not feel that way. Okay, throughout the last couple of weeks, and that's okay. Anyone close around you that know that you're going through some stuff, great friends, they commiserate with you and they celebrate with you, right? So you might not be that light-hearted, and it's purely because you're getting to the truth and you're ending illusions and you're coming out of emotional funk and confusion, these kind of things. All right, so just be patient with yourself, Taurus, this month. All right. Forgiveness. Okay, letting go, Taurus, healing, growth, and compassion. Compassion with yourself, letting go, all right? Getting very logical, letting go of illusions, okay? Recent past, tower moment, all designed to, to bring a reset in our lives, and it's teaching you unconditional love. Yes, I know that person still out there. I felt a very deep connection with them. It's safer to love you from afar because I just feel manipulated now. Yeah. So forgiveness. Forgive the situation, Taurus. It's taught you a lot. You've grown spiritually, emotionally. Okay. And third eye chakra. Okay. Super spiritual card. As I say, Taurus, a lot of you were way more spiritually advanced than the person that you were dealing with. Congratulate yourself on that you can spot these connections. It just makes you more discerning next time around how to manage it better. And realizing that it takes two to build or destroy, But just watch out for this, okay? What you don't see coming towards you, the Emperor and the Devil. I want one card on that. What's that about? What you don't see coming, Taurus. Now, it can be taking control over the addiction, because those kind of connections can be all-consuming, right? They can really do it. Opportunist, caution. Player uncommitted. Watch out for that, Taurus. I don't know how this sits in this reading for you. We got the Emperor and we got the Devil. All right. So this is someone that would come across as being very much in control of their lives. They may have addictions. They're an opportunist and a player. They're uncommitted. So just watch out for that. All right. Hopefully you are much more discerning now and you can spot these people coming a mile off. And sometimes, your energetic field is one of a little bit of anxiety about making choices in love, healthy choices in love. Listen to your solar plexus, okay? If something seems off, it probably is, Taurus. And if your solar plexus starts going 10 to the dozen like a second heartbeat, that's a warning sign from your body saying, beware, something is not quite right here. One of these, if it is about love for you, last 2 weeks of May, Taurus, let's have a message. I think I've already done one of these, which was you ain't feeling that light-hearted and these kind of things. And it's understandable, right? Let's have a look. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your utter innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. I'm actually thinking this is about you, Taurus, really getting to know yourself throughout this healing process. And once you having a deeper bond with yourself, that is very Empress energy, and then you spot, these kind of characters coming, energetically, as opposed to, they don't need to reveal themselves. You feel them, but it's only because you've done that inner work and your bond with yourself, you've become your own best friend. Does that make sense? One of these, a positive message to leave you with. Looks like an interesting month. Again, it's all about a continuation of your healing. Don't doubt your choices. Don't doubt your intuition, Taurus. I think that's what this reading is all about. You might feel duped. Don't give up on your spiritual side, Wealth, money is on its way to you. Think thoughts of abundance. Okay, so throughout all this, Taurus, focus on your abundance, Empress energy, focus on your career, focus on your passion, your goals. Okay, because, connections like this can really do a number on you and take so much away from your zest for life and all of your resources that you can really put into yourself. So the love that you wanted to share with this person, you give it to yourself until you meet that person that is worthy of Empress energy. Does that make sense? So Taurus, look, I hope this helped. My name's Drew. This has been Modern Tarot. If you like the content, please like, share, or subscribe. It means I can continue to do this for free for you. If you want a personal reading, you can reach out on moderntarot.net or browse the YouTube Modern Tarot store, and I'll do my best to, help you with some clarity and these kind of things. In the meantime, Taurus, take it easy. Enjoy this month. Loads of healing and growth for you. Might be tough at times, but you've got this shit. And I'll see you in another reading. Take care now. Bye.